let's see. Okay, hip circles. So hip circles are hard. So you're going to do, in our version or our basic version, you're in this position here on your elbows. You're going to take the legs up towards the sky. And you start with a really small circle with the emphasis on the circle up. So down and up. And up.
Same way each time?
Or you have We're going to reverse in a minute. Up and then reverse. Down and up. Down and up. And down and up. Right. Okay, so the classic version, it depends on your anatomy, how hard it's going to be for you, but it's straight arms behind you, legs up. So it's down, circling up, down, circling up, down and up, reverse directions, down, up, and down and up. Yes. Yeah, so they can get really big. Yeah. Those circles, sorry I get cramps in my abs. Okay, they can get really big with your legs doing a whole lot of circling, but I find that the control is more important than the big of it, so I don't go very big with them.
And why do you modify?
It's a lot easier to get the control, to be able to control in here and imprint. This, for people with, this is very hard for people to stabilize here. This gives you a lot more stability, just a much bigger base of support to work from. Yeah, reclines the body a little bit more too, so it doesn't take quite as much work to hold those legs up there. I think longer-legged people will benefit most. Short torso, long-legged people will benefit most from the elbows. Longer torso, shorter legs will do fine in either probably.
And you can go as low
as you
long
can stabilize.
As your pelvis doesn't move.
Yep, as long as you're not. This one you don't roll, like not like the single leg one where you're actually rolling over. You don't actually roll over. You stay fixed in place. All right. Leg pull front and leg pull back, also known as control front and control back. I think he calls them leg pull front, leg pull back. And we call it control front, control back, or one or the other, or both. So those are the two names that are there. I really like this exercise. It's a really great lengthening for people in the plank position, and it's also on the reformer. So in this one, you come into your plank position. The feet, you're going to start here. Your feet give you 3 presses, 2, 3, just as a warm-up. And then then you lift one leg up, and you point both. Flex, point, and down. Point, flex, point, down. Point, flex, point, down. Point, flex, point, down. Right? So both feet are doing the same thing all the time. They're not kicking up, you're rocking front and back, and that's what changes the foot position. So both feet point, then you rock back, both feet flex. You point, and then on the flex down is where you're replacing the foot.
Okay.
So that it's ready to go. Okay, we show again? Yeah. So if you watch my feet, I'm going to point, flex, point,
and then
replace. Point, flex, point, replace. Okay. So really press up through the rib cage. So your shoulder blades are on your back. So really lift up your breastbone into the open wide and the shoulders. Even more breastbone up. Yes, more. That's it. So don't forget that rib cage is holding half of your plank up for you. Right? That's it. Yeah? It's a really nice exercise. And really good for controlling. Good on your feet, good on your here. This connection, I'm always after that connection. Alright, so that's that. And then classically it's about the same. I don't think there's really any main difference. Control back is a tough exercise. Or leg pull back.
I have a question. Before moving on to raising up one leg, Could it be like just good to make them
Yes.
move in their plank?
So first would be good for them to hold the plank.
Yeah.
Yeah, properly.
Yeah.
So that's where I start. At the end of all my classes, I actually have people hold the plank position for a whole minute.
Yeah.
I don't do that on the reformer. I definitely do that on the mat, but on the reformer, I try to have some plank or swan or something in there that's at the end because I want them to have that. So I have them hold that plank. If they can't hold that plank well, they can't go anywhere with that. No push-ups, no control fronts or leg pulls, no. Right, so yes. And then the next progression would be a good push, point flex, point flex. Can you still maintain that with a little weight shift on it? So there's a little bit change of strength if the weight's coming forward than if it's going back. And you don't want to see their whole back collapse.
Oh yeah. Okay.
If the shoulder blades come off, their shoulders crunch. You don't want to see any of that. You want them to be able to support that and then lift the leg. Absolutely. Yeah. Control back, leg pull back is tough. It's the best. So fingers facing my hips. I'm going to exhale, curling my tail up, really pressing through those shoulders. So the better I do that, the easier the exercise is. The worse I am at coccyx curling and lifting those hips, the more impossible this exercise gets. So it's basically rolling open and I'm kicking up and down, up and pointing down. Flex up, point it down, flex up, point it down. And then roll back down to your spine.
Is this killer in your hamstrings?
If you've got tight hamstrings, it's very hard for you to do. Yeah, but you just go to your hamstring length, so you don't have to kick up to your nose
Okay.
if you've got tight
I
hamstrings.
noticed I don't want to do too much extension on my knee on that one. Like, kind of hyperextend my knee a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of work that has to happen.
Yes,
I think if you're relying, like if you start,
that's what I was doing.
yeah, you gotta zip up.
Zip up.
Yep, zip up, get that wrap.
There we go.
Yep, zip it up. And then you can lift. Flex it up,
That's it.
point down, up,
Is it work on
point
this?
down. No,
That's my,
Oh.
work
I'm
there.
working more my hip flexor here.
Okay, more butt.
Squeeze it.
More back, okay.
It's
More
hard
back.
for the supporting leg on my knee.
That's what I was
It's
saying.
a lot of
but
work.
it's- Yeah.
So, I mean, you could probably modify it here. Up,
Mm.
down, up.
But when you told me to zip it up, it was less on my knee.
Yeah, so that would engage the hamstring, but not, I'm sorry, up, but not be as intense. So that might be a way to start learning that one.
Okay.
I didn't write that down, but I will now. So you could put that as like a step down, bent leg if you want. Yeah. So this also on the reformer, it's quite challenging that one.
The challenge your tricep too,
Yes,
holding on to.
it does challenge your tricep too. Okay, side plank. So I really like side planks too. You're gonna start with, I place my feet so in the place where I think I'm gonna need them to be. So it takes a little getting used to this exercise, I think, to know where your feet really need to be. So not totally tucked up, not totally extended out, somewhere in between. My hands on the floor. I'm gonna take a breath in. I'm gonna exhale, lifting the hips and the arm upward. So I'm gonna take a breath in, exhale, coming up, reaching over. Right, and then lowering carefully back down to here, and then I can go right back up. Reaching all the way over, trying to get that lift in the hip here. And then back down, let's do one more, and up. Right, and lowering back down.
Where the head go?
Head stays,
Well, where do I look?
stays forward,
There.
not downward. It follows your arms. So you can side bend a little the head, but you're not going to turn right.
Okay.
Yeah? Let's try the other side. Can't let you be lopsided. Great.
So your bottom leg is
Slightly in front.
in front. Okay.
Yes, slightly in front. Take a breath in. I get it confused until I'm up there and then I'm like, switch.
Yeah.
Right.
So you'll feel it once you're up there if you've missed it before. Taking a breath in, you're going to exhale, straightening out, coming up, reaching over. And here, okay, so good question. I do look at this arm coming down, and then I come back
Okay.
up. But I
You
don't
look-
turn.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So
Yes.
you just go there.
I
and
go
then
open.
in front of me.
And then up. Yes, exactly. And then lowering down nice and steady. Yeah. A really nice exercise and very safe for most people. Side bend is the same thing, classic. And then sidekick kneeling, I really like this one as well. So going back to the first side. So from this position, I set myself up so that I've got one foot out and one hand out on my knee. So what I want to try not to do is this with my butt out the back. Right? I want to try and come forward and really try and side bend into that. Take the hand, technically it's behind the neck. I'm going to lift up that top leg and I'm going to kick twice to the front and point and stretch to the back. So trying to hold all that steady. So it's kick, kick, point, reach. Right? Kick, kick, point and reach. And really enjoy that point reach to lift up that glute that you're on, right? So kick, kick, point, open that glute. Yes.
It's like a side work. Like, you know, when you're laying down?
It's sidekick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just kneeling sidekick.
Just kneeling. Got it.
Yes. It is sidekick. All right, other side. So here we are in that position. Hand can go behind your neck, lifting up, opening that hip forward. Right? So kick, kick, point, reach, kick, kick, point, reach, kick, kick, point and reach. And then back down. Yeah, nice steady bodies. You flinched when I said steady bodies. Did you not feel so steady?
So the picture is on the forearm, but you could do it
The
hand or
picture is on the hand.
sidekick kneeling. Oh, there's the first one.
It's on the hand, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I just have a long hand. It looks like a forearm, but it's just a hand. Okay. Excellent. So, all these little others here. Thighs. And then we're going to come back to the thighs. Okay.
Inside.
And these. Okay, so here, these extras, I'm not sure why I put them in this order. Actually, I think I'll change the order for next time around. But we'll go through them in order just to keep it simple. Doesn't make that much difference. But these are the extra exercises that are taken from other apparatus usually. And you can also work on the mat. So plyometry is actually part of the short box series on the reformer. I won't let you forget it. You'll see it on the reformer, you'll see it on the barrel, you'll see it a lot. So we're going to actually do it on the mat as well. It's a hamstring stretching exercise in seated. So what is the danger of a hamstring exercise in seated? Loaded spine,
Yeah.
right? So somebody who has a loaded spine contraindication, this wouldn't be your right choice for stretching out their hamstring. But if you sit facing forward and bring one foot out, one foot here, you're gonna lean back just a little bit, just enough to pick up the foot. But as much as you can, that low spine, so holding onto your leg, you can pull your low spine up into tall stature, right? So you're really more neutral. That's where you want to keep it. So, and that's really hard with what we're going to do. So try and really work on keeping it there. You can keep the resistance. We're going to walk up the leg and then back down the leg. Right? And then up the leg. And here we point, flex, point. What does the flexing do? Do you know?
Stretch the back.
The back. And what else stretches? Do you guys know? The nerve glides. Yes, somebody's feeling it. And then you can also circle the ankle here and circle the other way. And then walk back down. and then bend, and I actually can't remember if we, well, yes, so then you're gonna walk up again, holding there. Now I'm gonna keep up tall, but I'm gonna keep the leg as it is, keep it straight, and I'm gonna roll myself down. Right, all the way down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, tucking the chin, and walking myself back up one vertebra at a time. Good, up to that tall place. Little pull with the leg towards me to get even taller, and then bend the leg back down. And then we switch sides. So up as tall as you can, find that resistance in the leg. We're gonna walk up the leg, right, and back down the leg. And walk up the leg, holding there, point, flex, circling, and reversing. We're gonna hold that leg there, or we could bend it and straighten it again, or we can hold, and then walk the body down. Drag the other foot on the floor as you roll your way down, nice and controlled. Try and keep that knee really straight and strong. And then you're gonna inhale at the bottom, exhale, coming back up, one vertebra at a time. All the way tall, pull that leg towards you a little extra, and then bend it back down. So that's your climb tree. You won't forget this, don't worry. You're gonna see it all over the place.
Yeah.
Perfect. Do you guys need a break? Are you okay? Yes? Okay. Good. So then, front rowing. This is another seated one on the reformer typically. I'm gonna move my knee out of the way again so I can sit up really tall. I'm going to take my hands beside me here and take a breath in to sit up tall. Exhale, rolling forward, reaching forward. And then I'm going to inhale, stacking up my shoulders. Exhale, reaching forward, up at a diagonal, pointing the feet and reaching forward. Inhale, sitting up. Exhaling, opening the hands and flex the feet. So here we go again. Exhale, hollowing. Inhale, sit up. Shoulders come into their door frame. Inhale, reach. Pointing feet and reaching hands. Both together, shoulders away from your neck. Reaching those arms up as much as you can. Inhale, stacking up. Exhale, away. Flexing the feet.
So when you go round, would you do the same thing we did, like more here on your table, or you really?
You are rounding, but I always like to incorporate that thoracic curve. That's my bias, I think. So I always think about, I can collapse down here, but I don't. I really want to think that I'm coming over, so I'm really pulling back as I'm reaching forward. Yeah.
Like if you were rolling over a ball.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly right. Rolling over your pregnant belly for you.
Yeah.
So one more time just to get it down. Exhaling, exhaling forward. Inhaling, stacking. Exhale, point and reach. Inhale, stacking. Exhale, open. Flex the feet, breath in, and you go again. Yep. So that is front rowing. Back rowing, round back we can do here without the reformer. There's a flat back version we'll also do on the reformer. So this I will turn, where do you see it best? I go this way. So here, you're sitting up tall. The hands are, backs of the hands towards you here. I'm going to take a breath in, exhale, rolling down, so I'm dragging my heels along the floor. When I imprint, I'm going to reach forward, open, reach back, hollow, coming forward. Interlace my fingers here, fly my arms over my head, backs of the hands together, stacking back up from the base of my spine. Yeah, and try it with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep my feet pretty much flexed the whole time. That gives me the connection into the floor. So it's here. I keep them parallel actually. Yeah, so everything is together. Backs of the hands, so turn your hands, fingers away from you. Yes. Shoulders down. I'm going to take a breath in. Exhale. Following. Rolling down, dragging those heels on the floor, imprinting the spine. Reach the hands forward and open as much as you can, and then roll your way back up. One vertebra at a time. interlace those fingers behind, reaching them up. And then let go without snapping the hands, nice and controlled. Flying the arms overhead, back to the hands together, and stacking up from the base of the spine. Yeah.
Show me that again.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch you guys do it once because I can't see while I'm doing it. Okay, so here you go, sitting up tall.
Can we rotate this way a little more?
Yes.
I can't.
Yes.
No arm length. Sorry. My wingspan.
Your wingspan. You're crunched in the
Thank
corner.
you.
There you go. Alright, so sitting up really tall, you're going to exhale, hollowing the belly. Pretty much leave the hands where they are. Roll away from the hands. Yep. Imprint. Stop. Good. Reaching the arms forward. Start opening them. As you open them, hollow that belly and articulate your way back up. Whoa, feet down, one vertebra at a time. Good. Reaching forward. Interlace those fingers. Stretch the arms way up to the sky. Good. Unlock the hands without snapping them apart. If you can, control flying like a butterfly over the head. Bring the backs of the hands together and stack up from the base of the spine. That's it. That's back rolling. It's nice. It's nice on the reformer too. Nice and smooth. Okay. So snake, I do like snake as well. Snake leads right into twist. So I'll teach you both together. There are 2 exercises in a row we have here. I don't love twist and I really like snake. So you'll see why, just because the twisting motion in the spine on the twist one. So you'll see both and you'll understand why. And then you can pick what is appropriate for. So in this one, I'm up on my feet and I've got my stance leg. My free leg is going to lace in front of my stance leg, okay? And then I'm going to arrange my hands so I feel like I can get into a plank. I'm going to snake my way into the plank, that's the name. So I'm going to coccyx curl right into that position. Open the head and shoulders. Right, reverse, I'm going to hollow. Reversing up and pressing back. Whoops. Twist, I'm going to go back into my snake, and then I'm going to drop the hips. Right? Not touching, but just hovering. Lift it back up, and reverse my snake all the way back up to the top. Yep, and then we can reverse on the other side. So, do you want to try that, and then we'll do the reverse all together.
So you're
Stance leg. Why don't you stand on your left leg
Okay.
and place your right foot in front of it. Good. You're going to take a breath in. Exhale, snaking. So tail curls first, forward, and keeps moving the body forward. Head open. Don't be afraid to open the head and chest at the end. The weight is only on your stance leg, not on your tucked under foot. Good. And then you're going to reverse the motion, tucking the chin. Hollow the rib cage, hollow the belly. Going all the way back up to the top. Nice. Okay, shall we add the twist to that one? You're going to snake your way forward. Open the head. Good. And then turn, keep the arms straight, both arms straight. Turn the hips towards the floor. Yes. And then you're going to lift the hips back up and reversing all the way up. Right? So
the feet on your standing leg stay elevated or go like how?
it's in releve pretty much the whole time, I think. The heel, you can flex it if you can. You start in releve.
Oh, you said I'm doing it individually.
So I start here,
Yeah.
right? I'm going to snake. Yeah, it stays pretty much put. And then even when I twist, I turn the foot. I can actually even turn the whole
I
way,
see, okay.
right? And then I can come back, coming up, and reversing back up. So it pretty much stays releve unless I'm doing twist, and then I can turn the whole foot.
Okay.
And I don't think in my picture I show the hand coming out, but maybe I do. No, I don't. I don't show, actually I don't have a picture of the twist. How do you like that? I have to put a picture there. So So yeah, snaking forward. Good. And then to twist from there, you can turn the foot. Good. Why is yours bent? So did you go the wrong way?
Maybe. Where,
I don't know which
hips
we're
to
doing
start.
our.
It feels like, well, there's no other way to go. I can't go
No,
over
there's
that
no
way.
way.
There's only one way to go. And it would
Open.
be the foot opening
The foot is in front.
and
Okay.
opening. And then back.
Yeah, I guess.
And then up.
I don't understand.
So let's see, stand on one leg only. Straighten that knee. That knee stays straight with the leg extended. Nope, straighten the other knee too.
Oh, this one too?
Yes. Good.
And then so I go there.
There, that's it. Don't bend your elbows. Yes, and then you can open that right arm. Yes, out to your thigh, down to your thigh. Palm up, and then reverse. Yes, and then reverse, coming back up. Yes, that's
And
right.
up here you stay rolling.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, does everybody get that? So snake, we've all got the twist. There's only one way that you can turn based on which leg you're on. Right? And then you can twist, and then if you can open that arm to the side, and then bring it back and come back. Yeah, there's no picture for the twist, unfortunately.
And how do you cue the beginning? It's kind of like down dog, but how do you know what angle
The
of
start.
their body to start?
I think, you could do one of two things. I think, really honestly, it might be easier to have them find a plank, and then stick their bottom up.
Okay.
And then I do have to walk my feet in a little bit. So maybe from an all fours position up, that would
Okay.
probably get you about right.
Okay.
Let's see if it gets you about right. Yeah, that gets you about right. There's a range. I could be out a little bit more. I could be in a little bit more. So
The arms under your shoulders.
pretty much,
Not
yeah, not
when
way
you
up.
snake, you want to be
You want to be in the plank.
plank position.
Yes. So that's your ideal place. I think it takes people learning their body a little bit to know where to place themselves, so you just cue them, okay, let's move your hands a little or your feet a little and do that one more time. And definitely I would get the snake down before you do the twist. Yeah. Let's see if we already have a picture of that, otherwise we'll have to get one. Okay, let's see. Perfect. If we get through, we'll get through thread the needle and around the world.
Okay.
And then we'll break there. We'll make good progress today. Thread the needle is from the side plank. I think I'm going to put this after side plank. So you go from that same side plank position. I'm going to press up here and then thread the needle. I'm going to exhale, coming underneath, lifting, rotating, and then back up, and then I can lower back down. Yeah.
I would always do it. Do you know the easier way to do it, just this thread the needle?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, modified.
Do you just do one when you come down, or?
And I usually put it into the side plank routine.
Okay.
So I'm doing side plank and down,
Yes.
side plank and down, side plank, thread the needle, side plank and down.
Got it.
Is usually more what I do. So I'm going to change it for the next time around so that it's right after the side plank in your book.
So here, do you move your leg out?
You can move your feet a little bit, but it's really about lifting the hips. It's not about rotating the feet. So let your butt go up in the air. And feet up. Yes, and threading under. Head looks at the arm. Yes, down arm, not the cross arm. That arm
Your
that's
supporting
crossing
arm.
Not your supporting arm, your other arm.
Your other arm.
This arm. Yes, there you go. That's it, Sarah. Nice. That was very nice. Yeah? We'll try the other side if you haven't. Diving down. Let the hips rotate upward. Yeah. And then back. That's it. We use this on the reformer too, so you'll see this one on the reformer, the side start. Okay, and then around the world is really fun. We kind of need to clear the space, so why don't we all scoot over this way, and then I'll show you and we'll all get to try it. So I'm going to slide your book out of the way. So around the world is a series of,
Oh yeah, I remember this.
you remember this? So it's control, front control, back control, the whole deal. Typically you start it on your back, although I find that's a hard place to start it. You're in a hollow and come up, and then I'm going to roll side, front, side, side, front, side,
Nice.
and back. And the idea is that I'm not pushing off the floor, right? So see if I can go back, side, front, side, back, right? Side, oops, front, back. A little too much momentum.
So the idea is to do it in control.
Control, like my
speed.
first example, more than like my second.
And do you want to pause along the way?
You just
So you're
want that. You want that control.
rolling.
Yeah, and you'll see that if you don't have the right length through your body, you'll go crooked. Yeah.
See that easily, yeah.
So Laura, you're up.
Yeah.